Moon still has to perform. He's competing against the likes of Lawlight, the likes of Lin, if he wants to make it. And you know, the chances here against 1-0 are not that great. 2-14. Yikes. Moon's gotta perform. 1-0 is the favorite, also because of the Undead versus Night Elf matchup at the moment, which is, of course, for many, many, many years dominated by the Undeads. Moon and Lawlight are qualified. They will overtake Soin and Infi. Oh, damn. Okay, that's good. Is Lin qualified? Because he didn't play 2 of the Gladiator Championship Cups. Is Lin then fighting for survival still? Is? Okay. He had enough points. All right. Well, then nothing matters or what? So we'll see if Moon can break his anti-undead curse, I think. He's been struggling for years in this matchup. You might dominate the mirror matches. You might dominate the human matchup. You might do really well in the orc matchup. But against undeads, man. His reflexes against the Coil Nova. Maybe approaching 40 years of age. Not the fastest anymore. So far, level-wise, looking good. Items are solid as well. Not selling the town portal here. Wonder if that will bite him, but at least he got a way out. 1-0, classic, right? We don't have to expect anything out of the ordinary here, as it oftentimes is the ordinary ghouls. We've seen then quite a few different styles though, with or without worms, with or without a third hero, with banshees, with wagons, whatever it is. The Night Elf struggled to find answers. Hopefully, Moon got some answers ready. Oh. In general, I think there was a moon where... there was a moon. Oh, there's no sound. Lol. Yeah, we were listening to Natasha Bedingfield before, so I had to mute the audio. There it is. Okay, so far, 5 minutes in, I think Moon is doing fine. He got a little bit of a level lead. He got the Huntress Hall ready. He got the tech ready. And now we'll see what kind of game he wants to play. A tempo game. With Naga in the middle. All right. I have some tech issues here with my mouse, I have to say. But hopefully that will fix itself in a bit. Demon Hunter continuing to level. Second claw. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Oh, he survives. He survives. With that, we got an option for a very free expansion on the way to tier 3. Naga meets the other Naga. Is that the position where you want to be? Stutter stepping by 1-0 looks really cool. 1-0 has the boots. Moon does not. He can try to slither away, but the damage is looking good. Doesn't even need a coil, right? He's just saving it. This is like flexing. Or does he want to finish her with the coil? Come on. One more hit. And the coil, of course. Avada Kedavra. Huge misposition by Moon. What was that Naga doing there? Maybe he didn't anticipate 1-0 to have a Naga, but he must have seen this before. Whoops! That hurt. Takes a little bit of control away and slows down creeping, which we have here prepared in the middle, but 1-0 thinks, okay, you don't have Naga, you don't have Frost Arrow, you can't slow me down. I will always be faster than you, so there's no chance for you to get anything here. Let's do this. Dryads are coming. Naga is back. Might backfire a little bit. Interesting exchange. Can Moon strike back here is the question. So far, Looks like the control of 1-0 is really good on the way to tier 3. A Lich will then join later. But the big bounty is going to 1-0. There shouldn't be a way to contest this. And Moon, of course, with the Naga dead, couldn't level. Very good item, so of course, trying to go for a backstep now. Not only do we have Naga slow, we also have Dryad slow. And maybe the revenge, but in a very happy way. Having boots on the Naga is just so good. Dryad coming in. Good split by Moon, who seems to be pretty fired up today. Regardless of the Naga kill, but a lot of the moves make a lot of sense. Oh, that Dryad move didn't. That will be expensive to heal her up, but look at that. Immolation against all the ghouls right before Frenzy. Fiend is down, Ghoul is down, so much damage. Statue only now coming in, but we might need a town portal here soon, even though there is no mana for another coil, and the Lich is still quite some time away. Moon doing some big damage here, everybody. Another ghoul falling. Naga is also low. If he could force him into a potion, that'd be great. As you have so many expenses at the beginning of tier 3 for the undead. You want the Lich, you want the Orb, you want Destroyers, you want Frenzy, you want your Fiends, you want your Statues, you want anything. Everything. Damn! Moon steaming hot at the beginning of tier 3 while covering for his own tier 3 transition. With bears coming. 1-0. Gave him a little moment there. And better safe than sorry, TP away for no item yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Dryads used very little moon juice. It's still problematic to heal them up now. Often discussed topic. They do have redo. Last hit. Goes to Moon. Item to 1-0 though. And that DH. Could have used that Ankh. But there is redo. And there is no Dispel just yet, as the Destroyer upgrade is only seconds away. Okay, we got a game here. That's not often that we see Moon super competitive versus Undeads. Against 1-0, surely more competitive than against Happy. But Moon looks good. And I wanted to say something like a couple of minutes ago. Moon looked a bit deflated. Like 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was overplayed. Maybe it was just a rough week. Who knows? And I was worried. Like, after we had seen Prime Moon for 30 undefeated series of Night Elf versus Human, is it now time for a down phase again? But no. Moon got his shape back. Nice escape. We have a staff, we have an orb. Big mana potion, not that great. And again, better safe than sorry. How's 1-0 looking? 50 food, okay. You don't want to push with this though, right? 3-1 heroes only against a close to level 4 Demon Hunter. And bears out, and orb out. I think this is the moment where the undead pivots away from the push. It's also too late for that push. And I wouldn't mind seeing an Acolyte roaming, but the Acolyte is roaming to the shop. Huh. Ready for a truth check. What's 1-0 doing here? Double invuln. Claws number 3. Very good damage on these heroes. Inventory by 1-0, rather bleak, we have to say.
Player's forces are under attack.
Level 3 Naga would be huge. But what is it's really the question, what is 1-0's late game plan? Is he still going through with that push? That'd be very atypical for an undead. No expansion, no necros, no banshees. But he's just going for Moon's base. And that keeps Moon stuck at 50 for now. He is rebuilding one. There's an expo coming. Moon feels this confident, really? Really? Okay. That's an easy cancel, of course, but wait, he just lets it... There must be... Well, he knows he has like 2 minutes of time, so he doesn't have to commit to a cancel here. The red spot is more important at the moment. How many ghouls we got left? 2 only. That's not too much normal damage.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the position will also not be too great here. Moon on his trail. Red spot, one of the biggest items on the map, of course. Huge XP as well. If this would give him level 2 on the lich. But yeah, he pulled way too early, didn't he? Ghoul was still lacking behind. Statue was also lacking behind. Is Moon flanking? No. He's diverting to the right-hand side where he knows he's going to have the time. The win condition is growing here.
A player's forces are under attack.
With that, 1-0 gets the secured camp. Gets Unholy Aura. Unforge. But that's level 3 Naga. Even more damage now. Next stop, Demon Hunter level 5. Did 1-0 calculate this correctly? He's completely ignoring that expo. He must have seen it. He was right there.
Players' forces are under attack.
Unholy Aura for Moon. Both get the same item, but one of these items is not like the other in the hands of a Night Elf. This is amazing. Getting some movement speed, getting some HP regen, as everybody is always touting. They need some more healing, they need some more regen. Well, you got it now. So disease clouds will also be less impactful later. That's crazy that he just allows this expo. Am I missing something? Did he not see this? Was it like a weird nighttime? He is 66 food now. It was nighttime he didn't see. Really? I'm very skeptical about this. He was so close. He was so close. Dude, that's nuts. Is aura item equals level 1 spell? Not always. Oftentimes the item is a little bit better. Moon's Expo starting to pay off. 80 food. 1-0 stuck at 50. Four, 3-2 push. Moon has to win this one. You have to win this one, Grandpa.
Town is under siege.
We don't have Nature's Blessing, unfortunately, but Wellspring and Ultravision. Flanking in, repair should be plenty. Naga already has very little mana, but the bears, they're all blocked by the Dryads. They're not part of the fight, but the Concave is huge. Focus fire on the Abomination. Poison is stacking up. You can't control the bears at the moment. 3 destroyers in the air though. Big bust, but they're all without mana. Fiends are falling. Bears are falling. 72, 65. Abomination big, and there's also no disease cloud. Oh, another save here. Not too shabby. Moon's army is falling apart a little bit. 1-0 catching up. Of course, he still has to overcome the big Demon Hunter. Fork Lightning onto the Naga, trying to take some control away. Also onto the Lurch. Invo Potion ready. You just can't deal with this goddamn Abomination soaking up so much damage. Fiends falling, and that is so important because the Fiends counter the Dryads, and you want the Dryads up to deal with the Destroyers, who then counter your Bears. The double kill for Moon! Naga dead, Lich dead, Fiend dead, 1-0 dead, and Moon puts his name on the board against the undead. Not bad, Moon. Get forked. I like that. I like that a lot. He saw this 1000%. It was nighttime, but still, there's no shadow here. He sees, no? For everybody who didn't see it during my streams, we have a new technology here on Twitch. That is Twitch exclusive, I have to say. And that's Magic Sentry. Coded by Anxiety. That wonderful, wonderful soul. You go to Twitch. You go to the right-hand side. You click Magic Sentry. And you get a lot of information about what's going on. Currently, we're in the early stages, so it's only about economy. But once the heroes are spawning, you get hero info. You get a complete summary of items in the game. You can check APM already. Bam, 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 bam. And an entire timeline when we have techs and upgrades, etc., etc. Anxiety, where would we be without you?
A player's forces are under attack.
Now! There's no indication that you are live. Okay. That's weird. Thank you. Mr. Elvenstar, Moon played clean. 1-0 played a little odd. We have to say... Usually the undeads don't go for these pushes. Either they hit you at 9 minutes something, or they don't hit you at all and they are the one expanding. 1-0 still thought, okay, let's push this. Now we are on Concealed Hill. Time for 1-0 to catch up. Second best Warcraft gamer in the world right now. Game 1 didn't really look like it. But of course we also know 1-0 is usually turning it up instead of turning it down throughout a series. Items very good for both players, I'd say. More mana, more damage on 1-0. Moon also, more HP. Very good to have more HP. And more damage, which is always appreciated. This time, Moon is not opening up with Immolation, but rather straight up mana burn and evasion. A little bit extra tankiness. But yeah, Moon fans eating good on map 1 at least. Love the scouting. Archers basically sentry wards. Wisps everywhere you need them. But a surround can always slow down the Demon Hunter. You gotta be very precise with that Tiro early on, when he's not a weapon of mass destruction just yet. And he won't be in this game because he doesn't have the Immolation. If I had a data set like myself... No, that's the wrong way of putting it. If I go by gut feeling... No Immolation builds have a 0% win rate. Oh, the snipe. Oh, the snipe is bad. 1-0 knows exactly what Moon is doing here. And what he wanted to set up. Had some good scouting going on. This ogre. We see these melee creep pullouts more and more and more. And of course on Concealed Hill it was always the special, right? So this is how you do it. Can he go in for the mana burn kill? Against Coil? Very tough to do. Trying to engage, trying to make this expensive. Gets a Coil out as well. Here's the counter Naga for more control. So both want the Lord. Nobody gets it. Detective tier 3 has started on 1-0 side. And the ogre goes to sleep. Dude, how can you sleep after such an eventful night? Well, getting punished for that. Talisman is more HP, more intelligence. Great for Lich, great for Naga, great for a DK. Amazing stats now. And we keep on brawling, but ghouls should be superior here. It's just about reducing their number. Every ghoul kill should... Oh my god, Moon is tearing him apart for now. Great Naga control at the moment. One more hit for the ghoul. Line of sight though by 1-0. Can't shoot through the forest if you don't see the ghoul. On the other side, Naga survives with the help of an acolyte. Brave worker there is. And the ghoul survives as well. So looks like 1-0 has found his footing in this series. It is a play all 5 series as so often in the Gladiator Cups. So starting slow, it's not the end of the world. But I am very pleased with Moon in these early fights. Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate now that he couldn't convert this into like 1 kill. But damage is done. Ring around the rosy. Are we waking up the creeps to hurt the demon? Don't think so. And that the Naga will pay! What a backstab here by Moon. He was hiding behind the trees. No line of sight here. Beautiful early mid-game. Or mid-game, rather, that is. With the Naga being snubbed. And that is so much freedom for Moon now on the way to tier 3. Dude, Moon was really smart about this. 1-0 didn't expect the Naga. I thought, okay, you might heal here, might already move on to like a green spot close to your base, might be creeping because you need that level, right? But what better way to level than just kill the enemy hero? I have not casted too many Moon versus Undead games recently, but this is looking really freaking good. What a maneuver! It's just a joy to see Moon perform in 2026. Absolute joy. Greater mana. Hopefully that's a good luck charm. We've seen this before.
Players' forces are under attack.
And 1-0 again has to catch up. Wonder if Moon is going for an expansion again. That should be relatively simple to read. We also still have a big chunk of ghouls, which I think are incredibly dangerous with the frenzy upgrade. And you have 6 of them without immolation, without fork lightning level 2. But okay, Demon Hunter will be a bit more tanky. And 1-0 this time is going for an expansion, as it seems like. Yeah, with the hero kill in the mid game, there's no way you can go for a push at 9:30, 9:20, whatever it is. Now. So you opt for stability, you opt for economy. Nice rejuve in the absence of the first destroyer. He could morph one now. Moon keeps the pressure high. This time, no second base on the Night Elf side. Just this 50 food army and a dream. Can he reach level 3 for the Naga? Ghoul still a big problem. In these 50-50 fights, it oftentimes goes to the undead, but the Dryad micro by Moon looks really good. We have a staff on the Demon Hunter, but no staff back in. Is it again time for a town portal here to save the rest? Oh, damn, how precise. Very few kills on either side, right? There were a lot of saves, either on the ghouls here with 50 HP or on the Dryads on the other side. Still the problem for the Night Elf now how to heal, as of course the undeads have their statue. And free healing, whatever they do, also going to the fountain. Expo started now. If he started that before the fight, it would look amazing for 1-0 now, but he didn't, as he had to focus on army and surviving that fight. Moon missing the first little timing and is counter-expanding now instead of brute forcing again, which I think is probably the right call, seeing that he did eliminate a lot of ghouls on Moon's side. 1-0 side. Dryad micro was sick. It is a bit reminiscent today, huh? Of the 2019 Moon. I feel it. I feel it.
A player's forces are under attack.
But undead heroes are leveling as well. 3-3-2, Sobi Mask, great items for 1-0. Super good. We also... Did we sell or use the heal pod? I'm not sure.
Player's forces are under attack.
Sold. Thank you, Murky. Appreciate ya. Oh, we step from the low ground, eh? Sneaky little tips. But we don't have a TP and we don't have a staff. 1-2-0 on top of an expansion is hunting now. Moon, is there a way to threaten this expansion? It just finished. He wants to move, lure 1-0 away from the bottom right, huh? That's the one and only goal at the moment. Ziggurat cancelled. All right. That enables him to attack even like in a second or third wave, I would say. It's the Demon Hunter, it's the Dryads. The Bears are not really exposed to any slow, to any Nova. They... are close to the Naga. Okay, I missed them for a second. But yeah, Moon, a lot of multitasking here. That is, you know, we oftentimes make jokes about Dryad Bears all the time, but Moon plays a different way, man. The Dryad squads, the Demon Hunter split, Naga solo creeping,
A player's forces
an
are
attack squad up top, a creep squad at the south, all on the back of an expo. That's just brilliant Warcraft. That's just brilliant RTS in general. He has to catch up a little bit. Slot starved currently. Not daring to go into that expo. It is pretty much exactly what he does to the human with the hit squad of Dryads that can't be called, that can't be Nova. But he's needed home now. Need to hold. We have wisps? Yes, we do. Naga is in trouble! No info potion! RIP! And I think with that... Oh no, dude. The Vamp Aura is also gone. The dust is gone against the Burrowed Fiend. This was a loss that you couldn't afford. The Destroyer is also saved. It's down to the units now. It's still Moon with a lot of suppliers. He got a lot of kills. Dryad saved to the right-hand side. Left-hand side. Reju kicking in. Oh, sick save by 1-2-0. Also on the Lich, who is able to use the Invo Potion. Imagine this fight with a Naga, dude. It'd be insane. Demon Hunter, the ultimate weapon, combined with some Dryads here. The slow is so good. Can we get a double kill again? Doesn't seem like it. We need that Fork Lightning for that. Body block by 1-2-0. Statue coming in. Burrow here. The great escape of 1-2-0. This could have been way worse. And we got the backstep again. Look at him go. The Naga has a potion. The Lich has nothing. Maybe a coil, but there is no mana. Statue, amazing value, of course. But look at him. Passes the town portal, saves that Lich, saves everything. That was not the greatest fight for 1-2-0, except the Naga kill, of course, but it was way better than to be expected escape. He could have lost 15 food there easy. Some call it hero loss, some call it solo XP trick. That's right.
A town is under siege.
But damn, Moon holds. Moon holds. Close to level 3 Lich though. 72 food worth 70. How much is in production? Not much. He still got that Invo Potion on the Naga. Where is that Naga? Ah, comes in. Oh, imagine that fight with the Naga, dude. Imagine. 4 destroyers. None of them has any mana. They are basically Dispel Birds. No huge punch towards buildings as well. Sharking for reinforcements, but 1-0 fixes the rally point. Doesn't want to dive into the back of Moon's army. Next fight. Will the Dryads again have such an impact? Trying to maneuver the Destroyers away, Fiends have an amazing uptime, or at least had, because 2 of them are dead now, and here's the reveal. Good luck trying to borrow. The Fiends are getting decimated. And then the ground belongs to the Dryads if you take that piercing damage away. Now, shift onto the Destroyers, Dispel Birdies, 1 is down. The Bears with the great targeting, all but 1 Fiend out of the fight. We do have a Archer remaining there as well. It's only the Tri-Heroes and the statue for 1-2-0. I think Moon is fighting circles around 1-2-0 in these fights. Forces another Invul Potion. Guys, we are living in a world where Moon is winning every single fight against 1-0. Every single one. And he's level 5 now. It's not getting any worse. DH power? To be honest, I think it's the it's the units, rather. 1-0 was way too close to the Bears. This shall never happen.
A player's forces are under attack.
And then the Fiends got wrecked, and then there's freedom for the Dryads. And if there's freedom for the Dryads, there's not a good time for the Destroyers. Looks like each unit is controlled by a human on Moon's army. Amazing. Shaq barks. I love chat like this. And I absolutely agree. What a game. What a series. Oh, DH has a potion, should be fine. No block, walks it off, gets a redo. We do have double temple. And Moon isn't scouting for that. Oh, does 1-2-0 have the time, though?
A town is under siege.
I am baffled that there's no disease cloud. Banshees! Okay. Okay. There's a lot of bears to possess.
A player's forces are under attack.
Anti-magic is always nice to have. Versus fork lightning damage versus poison damage. I haven't seen Banshees in a long time. In the past couple of weeks, when you see this late game temple transition, it was always Necros. But we are fighting, and there's only 1 tower. Soon to be 2, but it still takes 20 seconds. If you... Oh, the DK! There's a town portal. He has to use it soon, and that is giving up the expo, is it not? The bomb is falling. The Lich is not in good health. We got a bear. Rejuve, and you can continue to tank with that one. Can you re-engage? The Banshees aren't even here yet. Dryads out of range. Acolyte suffering. Moon has a TP. Destroyers are back, but they don't do any damage. Moon the king in base races like this usually. Acolytes can try to repair. Off we go. Expo at 50%, but he's getting out of there. Not willing to risk anymore. Coil Nova potential, but doesn't get any bears. Acolytes all killed except 1. Not too much income anymore here for 1-0, but he is preparing for the steal. Solid re-engagement by 1-0. Mana bars don't look too hot. What is the answer to the Banshees? It's 7 bears, no mountain giant transition, nothing. He could go into mass dryads, of course. He saw them now. So what are you doing with that? Oh, heal potion rejuve. Nuke is not enough and he's punishing that DK. Classic 1-2-0 here. Far, far forward DK. Can always argue, do I want to use him as a meat shield or not? Main base is empty. Moon can move to the middle with the Tree of Eternity if he wants to. What the heck is this fiend doing there? You're lost, buddy. You're lost. Well, maybe you don't have to go for counters. Involve. Holy shit. Now all you gotta do is kill this DK somehow, or the Lich. Can he keep this Naga in the fight? No, you can't. Demon out of TP range. Is everything here in TP range? No! 2 pairs. No! Oh, Moon. At least he only got 1. The anti-magic was quite nice. We haven't seen possession. Free healing here. Level 5 Naga is insane, by the way. Holy smokes, what a game! 23 minutes! And Mountain Giants are coming now. And I love that he's not moving the Tree of Eternity, because then you lose this amazing synergy of staffing your heroes back, have them next to your moon wells, and then run across the map again. But he's just simply building a new Tree of Life here. It is, again, mind-blowing that 1-2-0 doesn't have Disease Cloud. That is literally thousands and thousands of damage for free. Usually, you don't go Disease Cloud if you think you're lumber starved. But 1-2-0 has 1300 lumber. Then you could argue, well, he probably needs the slaughterhouse for production, right? But there is no production. That's crazy. That's unbelievable, let's be honest. Then on the other side, Moon doesn't have Wellspring, but we're getting it now.
A player's forces are under attack.
You can argue he doesn't have A-bombs or wagons. Well, he should. And he had. Moon has 5 bears still.
The town is under siege.
Oh, Naga with the staff and some fork lightning action, huh? I guess Moon is a bit busy here running away with the demon. Doesn't want to make a mistake. Now we're moving. Fork lightning. Oh, the animation was almost there.
A player's forces are under attack.
The stalemate breaker is almost up. Naga is a bit hurt. Push is coming. Is Moon just giving this up? This expo? 14 food still in production. Naga hurt. Yeah, he lets the expo down. I think that's fine. I think it's fine. It was a bit of an uncomfortable situation for Moon right now. The army is not together. The Naga is quite hurt. And he has that expansion anyway. So it's still one base. And this expansion lasts for 20 minutes. This expansion is not even mining. 1-2-0 is not resaturating just yet. It's only lasting for 10 minutes. This will be odd to engage into. I almost feel like you have to backstab. We have 1 Mountain Giant, soon to be 3. And 1-2-0 has no answer to Mountain Giants. There's not a single source of normal damage in this fight. There's no Disease Cloud in this fight. They basically get tickled by Coil Nova Fork Lightning.
Player's forces are under attack.
But I also feel like Moon has to keep the bears out of the fight or save them all. If 1-2-0 gets bears, all of a sudden he got everything he needs. He got the normal damage. He got the buffs. He got rejuve on top of that as well. Moon cannot allow bear possessions. Well, he got one. I just saw this.
Town is under
He cannot afford more bear possessions. I think you have to split the bears away. You only have one staff. Okay, he's splitting them to the side now. Demon Hunter nuke. The mountain giants are trailing behind. Moon, this is not the fight you need. It takes forever to set up the fight.
player's force.
Is that the right call now? It looks like it is. A little bit of reju. Expo 50%. Another Expo is coming. I think that's the Tree of Eternity bottom right, huh? Looks like it. Lich under fire. Town portal away. No possession. Repair! 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 He holds! He holds this! On 100 HP. I think this didn't have to be so close, but it's now totally fine. And 120 is in trouble. Big time trouble. The coil, dude, you just barely notice it. Now you can set up the defense a lot better. With mountain giants up top. How's the mana? We don't have a Fork Lightning, we don't have a Nova. Moon could repair, but he only has 2 Wisps here. They could be sniped easily. But not now. Lich is trailing behind. Whoops. With a bit of taunt. The Great Wall of Korea. You can't pass these MGs, can you? Very, very stressful. Oh yeah, this I love! This I love! Bears at the Expo, mauling at the Acolyte, so don't lose the Demon Hunter, win the game! DK is stuck there almost, being slowed so much as an invuln. Thank you for the drink, milady. But the Fiends are falling. The DK will fall soon. We do have a staff ready. We do have an Invo Potion ready. We got level 6 on the Naga. DK falls. DK's dead. Moon 2-0. What a game. What a game. Moon is truly peaking right now. And it all started with that beautiful Naga backstep on the right-hand side. Amazing. Absolutely fantastic. A couple of hiccups here and there. I thought maybe, you know, maybe the setup to the fight wasn't ideal. Oh, shit. Now I see it. Oh, damn. Okay. He's pulling the Wisp to repair. All of them, right? Up top. Naga is here. Fork Lightning is commanded right now. And he sees it and he pulls 3 back. And he, that's the Naga right there, by the way. Whoopsie, wrong Naga. Oh, so it's only 2 instead of 3. Not bad, not bad, not bad. For you, after a game like this, you can look up so many stats now in the Magic Sentry up until the next game starts, and also throughout the game. Here on Twitch, right-hand side, Magic Sentry, just above the Prime Gaming reminder. If you have a Prime sub lying around, we gladly take it. So you can look at damage. You can look at all the items. 3,200 gold. Pretty similar on both sides. But it feels like Moon is outperforming 1-0 in the fight.
Under attack.
Of course, in this stage of the GCC, you only have to make it to top 2 in this 3-person group stage. So only the loser will be eliminated. Kaho is the 3rd person in this group.
A player's forces are under attack.
We start with evasion first. Interesting. Chances for 1-0, of course, to adjust, to get better I think this expansion play already was the better call against the no expansion 11-minute push that he played on map 1. Maybe a bit map dependent as well, right? But in general.
A player's forces are under attack.
Detto! Doing a little bit of damage to the skeletons here. Tech started, no fast expo, as is more or less the norm. Demon Hunter again, no immolation, which is interesting to me. I think 1-0 just has to fight better.
A player's forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
His fiends are getting destroyed so far this series. And that's not allowed at all. Oh, not allowed to get surrounded here without immolation either. This is kind of interesting, to be fair. That Moon is 2 games in a row opening without immolation. Well, he clearly found the receipt. The recipe, I mean. Archer's constantly in Shadow Melt. They both knew that mana will be gone. Question was just mana burn or coil, so at least he squeezes out a little bit of damage here. Late Huntress Hall? Okay. Okay, maybe the first bigger mistake, like the first unforced error. Moon so far is kind of baiting surround attempts. It feels like.
Forces are under attack.
What's the play, Moon? Oh! 1-0 with a big adjustment. We are not going Naga second, which was not so successful in the 2 attempts now. We're going Lich second. And that is then the possibility for 1-0's patented Worm third play. You don't build a third hero, you build a worm. Basically the power of a hero. Great slithering by the Naga. Very well done. For now, but there is more movement speed here. Naga might fall. Can he see sight slither? I think that's a must surround there, I have to say. Oops. Oops. Missed opportunity for sure. Attack on the way. Dryad's late. Did you check out the new AI feature on Twitch, by the way, that if you join a channel, it gives you a summary of what happened the past couple of minutes? I have to say, it's scarily accurate. Nice snipe, though. Nam! 68 month, much love, dude. It feels like 68 month is so much, right? But it feels so much longer even with you. I think Moon has a solid tech timing. He gets the Dryads out now. Lures are up. Demon Hunter 3, Ring of Regen and Protection. Amazing.
Player's forces are under attack.
That's a crazy amount of effort that Moon is putting into this. And if you play the Demon Hunter in this role, right? Where he is... How do you put this? He's a poker. He's an annoying wasp. At an outside breakfast. That really wants the marmalade. And he's poking and he's slowing down 1-0. At the same time, Naga's leveling is amazing. With the help of Ancient of War, that's always in position. Dryads might take some damage. Demon Hunter's here now. Heal ward. Awesome. A disruptor. Yes, I like that term. A disruptor. Little snipe, not bad. But it's a different game. It's still a different game because 1-0 is getting his carry unit, his third hero. But is Moon finding the perfect timing? For a decade, it was the undeads fighting at 920. Now maybe Moon wants to try and fight at 920, but he doesn't have an orb yet. He doesn't have a staff yet. We're still fighting over creeps. I think this was stolen by 1-0, to be fair. Oh, the last hit! He gets the Lich level 3. Really well done. And now it's time for the dragon. There's still some travel time, maybe 20 seconds. The anti-air is just lackluster by Moon because he wasn't home and he doesn't have an orb. And I don't know if this is enough, man. We are blasting out Dryads now. We only have 2. We need way more than that. And this time also we play one base. Illusions as well. This will spend a lot of Dryad mana. The best looking situation for 1-0 this series. Wisp doesn't get off. We have an invuln. We have an orb now. Heavy air is absurdly strong for the undead. Can he identify the right dragon? I don't think so. Not just yet. We're dealing with the ghouls first and foremost. Easiest to kill the little glass cannons, but it feels like Moon is not ready yet. Bear down, Dryad down, second Dryad out of the fight, and these Dryads were indeed attacking the wrong dragon, it seems like. Now he finds the right one, but this statue position, so good. The worm can always fly above the trees to break the focus. There's some... Oh, the creeps are getting involved. Lamau. Is Moon finding a way out here? Going for the lich. Going for the lich. Coil at the ready thanks to the mana pot. Oh, damn, what a lifesaver this is. Moon is making this as close as you possibly can, I think. Now the worm is out in the open. Staff ready. Demon will be safe, but it's also the last bit of Moon juice here. Another reju, maybe. Now a whooping 15 food lead, and I think 1-0 with his worm timing. Prepared Moon, well. And this is now incredibly hard to come back into. All of a sudden, with a bit of a tactic switch, 1-0 finds his footing. Very good for us, of course. Having more of a hype series. No third hero, unlike a Kaho sometimes likes to play. There's also 2 Dispel Birds. Tough. Moon grasping at straws here. But he has that strong straw Demon Hunter, so he's trying. Killing a worm, of course. Insane cost for 1-0. You gotta babysit that one big time. Poison spreading, poison stacking, nice. We have no reveal though, right? Do we? Could send maybe something to the lab. The worm is safe again. Man, 1-0 is stepping up the control. Now we got revealed. 6 food might fall, and with a little bit of focus fire, also the 7 food worm. Using that a bit like a bait. One more hit. They're dancing around each other so nicely. And the coil arrives and the worm is safe. Can't say the same about the Naga. All that heavy air hitting down, raining down onto the demon, but the attention is on the Naga. Safe for a second. Mana burn for 68. So close. Given the supply, this should have been way more one-sided. Moon also 2 units out of the fight. He would love to have those heal wards back. And the Madman is expanding on the back of this. So if he has a little bit more time, if there's just a little bit more time, and gifts like this. Wait a second. That's 8 food gone. We got a replacement worm. That's of course a big obstacle now. He wants this worm at all cost. Of fork lightning maybe not enough. Naga in trouble. Has the TP. Trying to get as many kills out of this as possible. That's the Fiend. Dryad. Saved, it seems. But again, similar to Concealed, half the army not with the TP. But guys, what about this expo?
A player's forces are under attack.
What's with this expo, guys? 1-0 has no clue. The third worm though. Time. Moon needs time. If Moon wins this game, 1-0 can just forfeit. Then he's not gonna win a single map here today. Again, for the XP alone, a worm kill would be fantastic. Of course, 1-0 could eat them as well. Staff ready. Moon is getting kills, man. Moon is getting them kills. Jeez, 2! Staff him out. And he did. I love that Moon. Like, Moon knows he can't really contest this in a straight up fight. But he's just poking. As long as 1-0 is here in this quadrant, he will not be here. Oh, now he knows! And he also sees that Moon didn't mind much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that's not a good Demon Hunter sign. Oh, I did rush to the bottom to defeat that ghoul. Needs redo ASAP. It is fascinating that Moon's still in this game. 1-0 though knows what the clock is ticking, what the time's saying. It's time to clobber down this tree and win the game. Moon with the supply lead though. But what can you do against 3 worms?
A town is under siege.
To be fair, 1 Dryad wins against 3 worms. And we got Moon's Hunter squad on the map once again. Reinforcements? Not for you. I'm gonna punish you for tearing my economy down. Yeah, I think against Moon, you have to have your rally points in the main. And then send everything at once. Why is Moon not playing third hero? Because he wants level 5 as fast as possible. And if you have a third hero, you have to divide your gained experience by 3 instead of by 2, and that slows down the Demon Hunter level 5, who's oftentimes your win condition. And that's why. Moon maneuvered himself into a better position, but he has to get rid of the dragons. For that, he has to get freedom for the dryads and has to get rid of the fiends. Bears, not even that important. It's all about the dryads eventually, because 120 is heavily committed to these frostworms, right? One is down. Good saves by 120 on the left-hand side. All these fiends still saved and reinforcements are coming in. He's going for the town portal now as the trade was good. He doesn't have to risk anything. Crucial damage done. There's a lore down. Moon is decimated to 50 food. There is again an expansion coming up, which is as if Moon has a knife at his throat. Like, if you lose one map, that's your end. But he is putting on a freaking show tonight. 2 worms left. And we get a wagon this time. As then that will be the answer to dryads. And then we have somewhat the late game Sheik army composition. Except that it's fiends instead of Gargs. Does the Magic Sentry show you how much healing the Ring of Regen did this game? We have 5/5 heroes. 5/5/5/5 heroes. 5/5/5/5, yes. And now, with siege damage, it's looking really good. Once again, Moon with his back against the wall. 16 food down. Second expansion not even paying off a dime. Okay, last chance. Demon Hunter at level 5 here, but also at 50%. Trying to get to the worms, but the worm control by 120 has been extraordinary this game, especially in the fight in Moon's base. Nova hits nice. The Fiend control also not going for any burrows. Is there some potential for kills? Wait a second. 13 food deleted. If he gets the second worm, there is a reveal. Naga is in trouble though, has an invo potion. Worm is safe over the trees. He wanted to block with the statues, doesn't work. Here's the reveal, that's another fiend falling. Is there a freaking chance, dude? There shouldn't be. It shouldn't be this close. Demon at 50%. We got the staff ready. We got the Naga back. We got the worm back. A little bit as bait. Oh, gets the coil as well. Shouldn't be allowed really if a Demon Hunter is close. Staff. Oh, it's baiting some more damage out of this. There's not a single fiend in this fight anymore, right? One is burrowed, but it's not in the fight. Oh my god, Moon did this, man. Moon did the magic! Lich about to fall. Same for the DK. Big mana burn right before the next coil, so no nuke possible at the moment. The Dryads and the Demon, they are just infecting this worm with poison over and over and over again. And 120 cannot break Moon today. Has to deny another fiend, another source of damage against the Dryads, and Dryads are The bane of 120's existence, and the main bases are empty. There is no income no more. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I love, by the way, how far behind the Naga is. There's no coil. There is a big potion, though, that he could maybe drain with the Fork Lightning. 1-0! GG! Against all odds! Against all odds! Moon does it, dude! The man is unbreakable today! He has to start with like 2-minute delay or something. I don't know what else it takes to break Moon. What a hero! He was down and out 3 times. He was 20 food down. He was fighting against 3 worms at the same time. And he still manages to make this work. That was a good reminder. That was a very good reminder. Gift sub 834. W's in the chat for Mr. Fallen. I want to see some claps in the chat for Mr. Fallen. He's a role model for all of you guys. Moon is a little late to the party here. If he wanted to contest this, we do have... Yeah, there we go. There we go. The clappers, the W's. Not so sure about the role... Oh, ah! LOL, Cloak of Shadows. Wisp is coming in for the detonate. We'll get some targets here. There's 4 skellies, right? Not so sure about the role model part. Just take the compliment. If we had more Lecrest Fallens in the chat, I'd be less depressed. We have the immolation build back again, by the way. First time after map 1.
A player's forces are under attack.
I really want to pick his brain what this causes. Maybe it's just a map thing. Maybe it's a creep route thing. Maybe he felt uncomfortable after 120 was using more ghouls against him. Oh, can he block him here? Doesn't want to commit. Maybe 120 wanted to bait him into this nook so the ghouls can close this around. But then 120 was the one without a town portal. Moon again with a late Hunter's Hall. Almost leads me to believe this on purpose. But he barely has any expenses, right? Oh yeah, I've been critical about this, guys. I've been rather vocal about this. These creep spots here are a bit too easy to read nowadays. But 120 doesn't punish it yet. Doesn't want to waste his time with the Ancient. Maybe wants to go for it later. Demon has boots. We're close to tier 2. We're gonna have the gold for the Naga. And it looks like 120 wants the Naga as well. But he's the one without boots. And here we go. We are not going for a Naga second. Very good Tavern contest by 120. Always a little bit of pressure on the BH. So nothing that can reliably go for the Naga. But maybe now with the creep check started. Okay, did he get overconfident? Naga's coming from the left-hand side. And instead of 120 creep jacking Moon, it's now Moon creep jacking 120. I think this is a development that 120 would like to turn around somehow. Who gets the last hit? Okay, 1-0 reliably. But the Naga's here. That's Ghoul dead. That's Mana burned. And the rest of the camp. This is no level 3. No level 3 for anyone, of course. But the Ghouls are suffer before the big... Oh, big Ghoul timing. The body block is nice. The slow is nice. Can you walk it off? No, you don't. Despite the TP and the boots and the circlet. It ain't enough. So Moon, similar to Shattered Exile, has an uphill battle ahead. This also means, by the way, that we have Naga second, that there's no worms this time, but rather classic Tri-Hero. But okay, we can creep the Naga, no problem. No problemo. Maybe there is a problemo. If you were in 1-0 shoes, what would you do now? Being down is 3-0, nothing works. Second series lost against Moon in a row. Show me the Twitch chat brilliance. Demon's back. With the Naga here, we have boots. Okay. What the hell was that? It jumped back, huh? Proxy Rex? Mr. Elvenstar, you watching some StarCraft these days? Sacrificial Skull? Proxy Rex in the middle?
A player's forces are under
Maybe
attack.
you're onto something. Yeah, 1-0 has established a 15 food lead at the beginning of tier 3. That is terrible for Moon, of course. 1-0 might finally put him on the board. Play better. Also great idea. Yes, yes, I appreciate that. Great insights. Find better items, maybe. Go on Reddit and Discord. Start balance whining. Very good. Did he deny this? Maybe not. Naga trying to poke. Oh, great demon movement! Holy shit! There is an invo potion though to save that Naga for 7 seconds, and that is just enough because the statue is there and so many ghouls. Ancient Falls. We got more HP on the demon, which I always love, 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 love. Play Necro Wagon. My man. That's the spirit. Yo, this is pretty much the undead timing. The undead one-base timing. There's no staff. There's no orb. There's no potions. There is now one single bear. There is a $3 donation by LeCrest Fallen. DH should cost 10 supply. Change my mind. I think I have a better idea. It's 5 supply times his level. How about that? Because that's his real power level. You don't have to be a Warcraft expert to see that this is not looking very good for Moon. And 1-0 finds an almost classic timing. And then finally can click him down. Okay, even for Moon, in shape like he showed today, this shouldn't be possible. The Lich is almost dead, but so is the Demon Hunter. That was a bit much, and Moon has to concede his first map of the day. 1-0 can still do it. Gets a little bit of money here as well, as we have play all series, of course. So gets a little extra reward. These, if it's a 4-1 score, they call it the gentleman's sweep. I was invaded by snails yesterday. You know, it was extremely hot. And then it was raining. So it was all steaming. And I was cooking in the evening hours. And I had my kitchen window open. And that one is next to a little like flowery part of the garden. And all of a sudden there are like 6 snails at the window. It's like, hey guys, what the hell are you doing? You want some salad? They wanted some salad. They got some salad. And then I put them back into like closer to the flowers. But 5 at the same time. That was odd. Maybe now in hindsight, you know, I should have put the snails into the salad, maybe. Oh, we're getting the Detto. No, no. Oh, we got 2 wisps here. Nah, do we find the... that wasn't the epicenter. No, no. Immolation it is. Trying to hit the second one. Acolyte down. We have a backup here though. With detonate number 2. HP and mana at 50%. Still doing damage, but there is still blight for the extra regen. Will Moon lose all the immolation build games? Game 1 was immolation, no? Counter expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
Was this enough damage to prevent the expo? I'm not so sure. 1-0 though had to invest a lot of ghouls. So lumber is low. Maybe also miscalculate this a little bit.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Good scouting this time. Expansions are not getting unnoticed anymore. So damage numbers, pretty damn solid on that Demon Hunter. Oh. Is 3 ghouls enough? Another detonate. So many ghouls, man. The rotation is coming in, but so far, no right click on the tree. So are we doing another Autumn Leaves game? We want to 0 lets this come up unpunished. It is causing trouble, but man, this is up. This is the toughest spot, really. Or the toughest part, really. Expo 60%.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, we still gotta clean this up. 1-0 will not be on tier 2 for another 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. We didn't slow down the Demon Hunter much, but mana is really an issue. And with that also, healing will become a bit of an issue. One idle wisps here. Yo, Michael Bradley is back with the gifts up. Let's go. Always healthy ghouls. Always, always, always healthy ghouls. And now he gets the archer trapped. Okay, 130 gold gone. That won't be a big of an issue, but the timing is an issue, man. Can the Murlocs prevent the tree from rooting? Oh, no, he can't. All right, all right, all right. Gets another archer, though. Rip. Michael with another gift sub. Lovely. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, these goddamn girls have to go at some point. Naga is coming in, maybe catching some ghouls here. They have value throughout the entire game. So catching them now would be great. Or catching the DK here. Don't tell me. Can you block him with the Wisp? Oh, maybe with a little bit of a heads up play. Naga has to clean this up now, otherwise the tree goes down. Demon Hunter is burning away. But ghoul block. Looks good by 1-0 as well. This could have been way, 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 way worse for the undead. If he doesn't maneuver out of the way. Second crypt, expo running pretty much the entire time. This is how he was able to afford all the ghouls, afford also the tech. But the tech is indeed a little bit late. Moon's catching up. Ring of Protection, always lovely. Always accounted to the Orb of Corruption of the undead. Immolation sucks monkey balls now. Bro, your mom sucks monkey balls. Immolation always omega good. Immolation never bad. Mana is the issue, but that's not Immolation's fault.
Town is under siege. A player's forces.
Ha! Creep check! But only the DK, right? Yeah, the ghouls are far away. Mana burn, pretty important now against the next coils. We got a Shredder. And we got the high ground, of course, but they... What? Is he trying to bait attention? Looks like it. Oh, Boots of Kel'Thalas! Let's go! Ring of Protection and Boots of Kel'Thalas. Double Ring of Protection, Boots of Kel'Thalas, and Claws. Yes, please. This Demon Hunter is a sick raid boss. Claws on the Naga. Okay, understandable. But 12.8 armor. Gimme, gimme, gimme. 2 base, 2 base. Tier 3 almost done by 1-0. We do have a Lich second, so he can go into the heavy air style again. Immolation is not bad, just losing all your moon juice too. It is bad.
Player's forces are under siege.
Oh no! A spell that deals thousands and thousands of damage and amplifies a strong hero into like uber tier, costs mana. Oh! Can't have it all for free. You're haters. You're just haters. Slow and steady climb. We got 4 production buildings here on 1-0, and that is usually the devilish 11 minute 30 push. And I don't know how you want to hold this. No worms this time. It's a Naga. It's a push. It's the expo timing. Moon, you gotta stall, man. You gotta stall big time. Yeah, that's not how you stall big time. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a problem, I would say. That is a problem. Moon not holding. Demon Hunter way too late. Now no mana, of course. And that is maybe even the second kill. We got a mana potion. He could just follow that Demon Hunter. I think it's one of these classic play all games where, you know, job's done. Lavoro finito. Job was done after map 3. I think there's a clear drop of performance by Moon after game 3. And that's why not too many people like this play all format. It is a group stage though. This might bite Moon eventually. 3-2. Still, the win is the win is the win is the win.